When I was a kid, most of the time I kept dreaming, alas, I could fly like a bird. Though it sounds weird, but honestly, I tell you, many times I tried. So hello everyone, once again welcome back to this fantastic session of science facts, and in today's video I will be discussing the question, yes, that is can a man fly like a bird? Indeed, birds inspired our first attempt to fly, but our progress was limited until we learned that we could not fly like them. So in order to understand, we have to understand first what the special features birds have that help them to fly high in the sky. It's all thanks to their lightweight, great strength and complex biological design, such as air sacs connected to their lungs and make them lighter, and a lightweight skeleton with hollow bones. Birds and other flying creatures can use their wings because their wingspan and wing muscles strength are in balance with their body size, which create both lift and thrust, so as well as to maintain control properly. But when it comes to us humans, it's all about strength to size ratio, and that's really very disappointing. In order to fly, we need to overcome our own weight, that is the force of gravity. To overcome gravity, we need to create an upward force that is called lift. To create lift, we need to generate thrust for forward motion, that is against the gravity. And to keep moving, we need to overcome the resistance of the air, a force called drag. Here you can see these four. Likewise, in order to fly like birds, we essentially need these four features. But using only our muscles, we can't go up off the ground. Humans will never fly by flapping their arms with wings attached. The arms and chest of humans do not have anywhere near enough muscle mass to provide the necessary power. In theory, human arms do have enough strength to do this, but only if the wingspan is large enough. Not only large, it's very large, at least 80 feet or so. And if they also weigh significantly less than the human. The large size, low weight combination is extremely difficult for us. And it is really very difficult to achieve with current mechanical technology, and no one has yet succeeded or even come close to realizing it. Although many have tried, like me. Don't tell anyone. Now I would like to add one more point, that is, though human body is also not designed to float or swim in the water, but with a small training we are able to do that. So you may think that with training we can learn flying too. But here again, you need to learn a few scientific but simple points. And that is, in flying, two forces exerts. That's little scientific, so focus on that. In flying, two forces exert forces on a body. One is gravitational force and second one is drag force, which means from below the giant gravitational force pulls you back, and in addition to this, air pressure from above push you down. Likewise, two forces simultaneously act on you, because of which flying is mostly impossible. On the other hand, while in swimming in the water, a human body also experiences the same gravitational forces as in the air, but it is counterbalanced by the force exerted by the fluid. That fluid is the water, and that force is known as the buoyant force, and the body floats with a little effort. So in case of swimming or move forward on the water, a human body needs to overcome the drag force only, as the gravitational force is already balanced by the buoyant force. Amazing, which can be done by flapping our arms and legs like this. Therefore, instead we have created machine to do what we alone cannot. We separated the functions of lift and thrust, using wings to produce one and engines to produce the other. I hope you must understood that this technical but interesting answer and won't try to learn flying. Disappointing little bit, but that's true. What we can do with that. Anyway, what do you feel and understood about it? You can also share your thought with me through the comment box given below. Till then, just stay tuned with me. See you soon in my next video. Bye bye.